Welcome back to Georgina Life. So, when somebody asks you, what is spirituality? What would you say? So, here to demystify a little bit about what spirituality might be, we're lucky to have Pamela Robinson, owner of the Aquarian Shift. So good to see you.
Good to see you too.
As we have Gerard Hibbert. I love you because you are so cool. You are a spiritual life coach, so who better to ask about spirituality than you and Pamela? Welcome to Georgina Life.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here.
So I said to Lynda, spirituality, what is it?
Well, spirituality can mean different things to different people.
Yes.
Right.
And that much I did know.
Right.
And so then I was lost after that.
The way that I view spirituality, it's a way of being in a state of being that is something that is internally driven. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people are looking outside for it. So churches, gatherings,
that's what I wanted. Right.
That sort of thing.
Okay.
Is where it's actually started. But it started way before that. But it has been. That's been the main model, is churches, where spirituality is broadening quite a bit. So it's very unique to you. For somebody, it can be nature.
Right.
It can be energy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It can be a myriad of things combined, but it's all intrinsically driven.
Okay.
Right? With religion, it's often externally driven by the rules, by what's been written. Right, and we are all governed by spiritual laws, never mind rules and regulations that are put in place.
Yes.
That's a whole different topic.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as someone says rules and regulations, I just move on.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
In this day and age, more and more people are going that way.
Well, I mean, we spend most of our lives unlearning learned behavior.
Absolutely.
So it's like, let's... So when you say from inside, so, I mean, I don't meditate. I've tried, but I'm big on self-reflection at times of the year that I'm driven for whatever reason. So was it that sort of thing? It's like you kind of find yourself wondering about what tomorrow looks like for you? Is that, or am I thinking too hard?
No, that's part of the process.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of people come into a family with rules, regulations, right, beliefs, values. And then we do exactly what you said, spend a lifetime of undoing those things, unraveling those things, and finding what our values are, what our beliefs are as an individual. And it's not going to look the same for everybody.
No, there's definitely 10,000 ways up the mountain, and it's very individual for every person, right? It's a unique journey.
And I think the key piece, if I may, I want to get this in, there is no right or wrong.
Correct.
Because, I mean, that's why when I say I can't meditate and people look at me like I've got 14 heads, it's because I believe that I must be engaging in some kind of behavior where there is a right or wrong. Right. So I think when we're digging deep inside, it is just keep digging till it works for us.
Yeah, that's important because to me, I used to meditate every single day, but that in itself becomes a trap. Because if you wake up in the morning and saying, I have to meditate, you're in there again, right? Meditation can be washing the dishes. Meditation can be driving. Meditation is simply being in that place where you're present in the moment.
Okay.
Right. Well, there was this graphic, that you had given us that said, old life, new life. And when you were talking about, what resonates with you, and you were maybe born specifically with a, quote, spiritual leaning, and that doesn't do it for you anymore. You may find something else. Then really, there is a real new life ahead, correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely. As we're unraveling and finding new ways of being, it does lead to a new life, shifting your perspective.
Right.
Right? The no right or wrong or good or bad is really valuable because you are then open to hearing other people's ways and you may learn from it. So when I'm doing my work, I draw from many different religions to be able to connect with different people.
Yeah, right? there's truth in all of them, and they all started from a wonderful place of love and from the heart, right? And we're at where we're at now, right? But it's this journey from here to here.
Right.
It's recognizing this, what's going on in the mind, recognizing the sabotaging talk, all of that lovely stuff, and getting into this.
Into the heart.
Man, this is powerful.
But it's
Powerful.
work.
So powerful.
It's not for the faint of heart.
No,
That's fun.
It's
It's a chuckle.
Well, it's kind of like unlearning certain things too, correct?
Yes.
because I mean, when you going back to religion, not that we're going to do that, but I mean, when you rules and regulations to some degree. I mean, this is the way you must.
But it does help people. It does help
To
people
focus them?
a little bit to focus them,
Okay.
right? It fills something in them. That's where understanding
Wow.
the two bridge,
Right.
and actually come to some commonalities as you'll
Right.
see on the screen.
Yes.
Right.
And so that's what we have to remember. It's again not cutting one out of the equation.
I love that.
But being inclusive, right?
Right.
It's that element of we want to open our hearts to everything and everyone, and to me that's spirituality.
Well, and keeping things
get it
that
now.
make sense to you and not keeping those things that don't resonate with you, that don't make you feel a certain way, because there's that connectedness, I would think, with
Yeah.
spirituality, correct?
Yeah.
And so the whole idea of bringing these conversations to the table is really important, and it's bringing different perspectives.
Yeah.
We don't all see eye to eye, and I love the fact that we don't all see eye to eye.
Yeah.
Right? We can debate and challenge one another, but that's about growth.
Yeah.
That's about improving ourselves.
Yeah, that's where the growth is. And there's enough in the candy store for everyone.
Absolutely.
Well, I
Right,
mean,
really, there
it's-
is, right?
It's true, and this is not rocket science.
No.
No.
At the
It's
end
quantum
of the day.
physics.
But
Stop using big words and terms, Gerard. It's early.
but in
tell
our
me about it.
humanness, we complicate it.
That's
We're
true.
over analyzing everything,
Yeah.
and it really is getting down to the simplicity.
Well, that's true too.
Well, it can't be right if it's simple.
No, but that's the thing. And I say
Yeah.
to people, you can have 10,000 lifetimes and read 1,000,000 books, but it's still going to get you right back to the same spot.
Well, that's true. So,
Wow.
listen, thank you
Thank
both
you.
for sharing all that information. We have all of your contact information up on the screen, so if anybody wants to reach out, they can
Yeah, if
absolutely
anybody has
do
any
so.
questions, send an email. If you want answered, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
got
And
some answers.
Listen, don't go anywhere because we have so much more on today's Georgina Life. Stay with us.